This is National Native News. I'm Antonia Gonzalez. Kansas Representative Sharice Davids, one of two Native American women elected to Congress, took part in a ceremonial swearing-in Friday in Kansas City. Rhonda Lavaldo has more.
Ho-Chunk tribal member and Congresswoman Sharice Davids returned to her 3rd congressional district in Kansas to hold her swearing-in. Former U.S. Health and Human Services Director and former Kansas Governor Kathleen Sebelius gave opening remarks.
We need somebody in D.C. who worked her way through college and knows what that's about and knows about the kids who are struggling with college debt, who knows what it's like to be raised by a single mom, who knows that she's a first American and the rest of us are immigrants who have benefited greatly from the bounty of this great country.
Representative Davids talked about her first months in Congress and how she is educating her fellow colleagues on Native issues.
A lot of times it's that people just don't even know to think about what is the impact on Indian country when we're passing this type of bill. I serve on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee and the Small Business Committee. And within those two committees, the conversations I've had with the other members, a lot of times they just haven't ever thought about Indian country and what federal policies they're thinking about and the effect that it'll have.
Davids also commented on how tough it was to come into her job as the federal government shutdown took place, as she knew it affected many Native Americans across Indian country. This is Rhonda Lavaldo for National Native News.
Also, over the weekend, New Mexico Congresswoman Deb Haaland was joined by family, local leaders, and community members in Albuquerque for a swearing-in. Haaland commented about being sworn in Washington during the recent partial government shutdown and work in the House to pass a number of bills to reopen the government. And she says her colleagues are continuing their work for the public.
I feel very confident that as a House and as a majority, that all of us in the majority feel very confident that we are there for the right reasons. We are there to represent the people. We are there to fight for the issues.
Haaland says some of those issues are climate change and education. The ceremony was an opportunity for the Congresswoman to celebrate taking of office with New Mexicans. An Arizona tribe is taking the lead in emergency response training in the southwest part of the state. Lou Gum of KAWC reports the tribe offers local city, county, and state first responders up-to-date equipment and instruction.
A Stop the Bleed kit. Basically, it's a tourniquet, some packing gauze, and some scissors.
Michael Fila is the Cocopah Tribe's emergency manager. He says the push for first responders to know how to treat blood loss victims was heightened after the Sandy Hook school shooting in 2012. The tribe prepared and distributed Stop the Bleed kits to Cocopah Tribal Police, but the knowledge of how to use and create them was shared with local, state, and federal agencies through a training on the Cocopah Reservation.
So not only did they learn about Stop the Bleed, but now they're a trainer for their organization, which we had 49 first responders from 18 agencies here today.
Those agencies include local police and fire departments, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and U.S. Border Patrol agents. For National Native News, I'm Lou Gum in Yuma.
Indigenous and Latin communities in the United States expressed excitement over Oscar nominee Yalitza Aparicio for her work in the film Roma. She did not take home an Academy Award Sunday, but won inspiration from fans across the country, making history as an Indigenous woman of North America nominated for actress in a leading role. The film about domestic workers did receive other honors, including for its cinematography and directing. I'm Antonia Gonzalez.
National Native News is produced by Koahnic Broadcast Corporation with funding by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
My day one.
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 Day one. Telling inspiring stories of alcohol recovery. Recovery works. Hope starts here. Go to recoveralaska.org to learn more.
Support for law and justice-related programming provided by Hobbs, Strauss, Dean & Walker, LLP, a national law firm dedicated to promoting and defending tribal rights for more than 30 years. More information available at hobbsstrauss.com.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.